Listen, if you're a coach or consultant selling some sort of info product online and you're posting content and it's not turning into consistent clients, you're likely not the problem. Your system is. And in this video, I'm going to show you how coaches such as yourself have scaled past 50K months, starting at anywhere from 0, 5, 10K month, using what I call the trust content system. But before we get into too much of the nitty-gritty things like that, let's first talk about why most coaches fail in the first place and why you might be stuck. Number one is quite obvious. It's random posting. Listen, random posting does not lead to authority built, an audience gained, and sales made. If this is you, you're probably throwing random content at the wall, hoping something sticks, to only bring in a few mediocre leads, while you see others in your niche with actual strategy behind their brands and the content that they post, and how it all pieces together into one big puzzle that becomes a system of attracting high-quality, pre-sold leads, booking on your calendar. And number two, assuming that simple levers to pull, such as outsourcing your editing, or even worse, editing videos yourself, is going to be the solution to booking more calls on your calendar and growing your brand. Listen, in the first place, high quality edits isn't going to be at the end of the day what converts leads into booking on your calendar and in turn into sales made. Of course, you want to maintain high quality within your content because it directly reflects the quality of your offer and of your service, but by no means does this say that it covers the value you need to share in your content, the beliefs that you need to shift in your prospects, and the overall intention that you have to drive through your personal brand and across all of your acquisition channels. So bottom line here, you either think that having a cheap editor is going to save bad content, or you have bad content and bad editing, the worst of both worlds, all because you do it yourself. And number three is solely relying on referrals or paid ads to bring clients through the door. Number one, referrals, very inconsistent. Number two, ads, very expensive. And ads are great to accelerate the process and bring in predictable growth. But if I told you that there was a lever to pull that could also multiply your acquisition and leads coming through the door, while at the same time lowering the cost of your predictable acquisition system, such as paid ads, what would you say? So if you have an inefficiency spending on ads because of weak creatives, a bad funnel, overall just not enough authority in your space to be spending such a high daily budget on ads in the first place, you might be better off focusing on other levers to pull or implementing something like the trust content ecosystem into your acquisition method as a whole. And as a quick note, it's not even about just posting more. It's about creating a system where every single piece of content builds trust and drives leads. And when it comes to using this system in the most effective manner, the best practice, we have three core pillars that we are trying to follow here. Number one, we want authority in our space. We want content that positions you as the expert. What I mean by this is we want to be able to share with our content all the education, all the value, all the proof, just through our free organic content, push all of that out there. Long form deep dives on YouTube, snippets and shorts across Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. Everything that's going to build conviction with our audience before they hop on a call with us. And in the first place, to drive that intent to want to book the call with us, to feel fully convicted in ourselves, in our personal brand, that we can get them the desired outcome that they're looking for. And number two, which is a strong foundation of every winning and successful personal brand out there, it's reciprocity. It's putting out content that gives value and builds goodwill. Perfect example of this, Alex Hormozi. Name a person you don't know that feels reciprocity towards Alex Hormozi. It's because his content gives value and builds goodwill. It builds trust within people. And if you can do this with your content, I can almost promise you that your sales team or you taking the sales call is going to have a lot better of an experience and a close rate. And lastly, the most important piece of the pie here, conversions. We want content that drives leads straight to your calendar. It gives them actionable steps. It gives them the value needed for them to once again trust you enough to believe in their mind that you can deliver the desired outcome that they are looking for. Now, when it comes to the front end output and distribution of implementing the trust content ecosystem, there's a lot that can go into this. So I'm not going to sit here and chew your head off about every single little piece. I'll hop over here to the high level version. And the biggest TLDR, the biggest takeaway here is to get content out across all platforms, across all mediums, having a content strategy in place in the first place to know we're creating the right types of content that serve different purposes within the minds of our prospects that are consuming this content. We want to treat content like a funnel in and of itself. Of course, we have our short form organic content right here. We can have paid traffic as well. all leading to usually our profile across different platforms. In the middle of our funnel, we get a more value-dense content that is more geared at shifting beliefs. We have story posts for nurture, primarily on Instagram. We have YouTube deep dives and breakdowns. Now, this is where it can get tricky. There's a lot of different ways to go about it. You can go lead magnet to email. You can send people over to a landing page via sell. A lot of your lead flow could be taking that next action in the DMs. There's a lot of different ways to go about it. And for you, it's really going to come down to a few things. It's going to come down to the market that you're in, what type of content and funnel your avatar is looking to walk through, is looking to consume, and the brand and workflow that you want to build and follow in the first place. And that's why maximizing your acquisition and building your personal brand is never a one-size-fits-all thing. It's never a template that you can buy or course that you can buy that can just get you to that next level. It's very custom, it's very tailored. But I can tell you this, no matter what market you're in, no matter what avatar you have, no matter what type of brand that you're trying to build, you're going to follow a very similar roadmap to getting there effectively. Step one here is going to look like the foundations. This is the offer clarity in the first place, the messaging, the positioning. This is the back-end strategy that goes into figuring out what we want to build in the first place. How do we want our messaging to look? How do we want to connect with our audience? How do we want to be positioned in the market? What's going to make us unique? Step two, we're going to have our system here. This makes consistency and output and distribution a lot easier. This is having a repeatable content machine, right? This is having scripts on demand, editing, your distribution strategy, all of that figured out. And more specifically, what this means is the style of your video edits, the way your thumbnails look, the days that you prioritize posting, the days you prioritize filming content. And now step three is really where you seal the deal. It's really where you're in scaling mode. You've gotten these two other steps out of the way. You're rolling, you're moving forward. Now we're looking to really scale. We're looking to optimize. That's why step three is all about optimization. This is data-driven tweaks so every video pulls more leads. This is on the front end looking at what's performing, what's not, what content specifically is actually bringing leads through the door, what content's bringing in more followers and building the audience. Is our content ecosystem doing a good job of nurturing these leads that are coming from more broader types of videos, etc. Now, the reason why this works is because we're backing everything by data. We're leading with strategy all the way from the beginning phases of looking at how exactly we want our offer to look, what we want our messaging to look like across all mediums of our acquisition, how we want to position ourselves in the market to stand out and be unique and really connect with our ICP, with our market, all the way into optimization on the front end, on the back end, developing your funnel, making things better overall. We're setting ourselves up for success with every single problem and every single stage that we tackle head on. And that's why this works across multiple different industries and markets. For example, take Fetty. He's in the info space selling an Amazon FBA mentorship info product. Fetty scaled from starting at zero, basically absolutely zero, to 7K a month in 60 days, just after implementing everything I've talked about in this video. And at the end of this video, you'll also be able to watch another video where I go into a more in-depth breakdown of exactly what we did with Fetty's specific case, what we implemented, how it worked, why it worked. You can check out that video at the end of this one. For Hunter as well, scaling his info offer from 30 to 90K a month within 90 days, as well as Monty, who closed $45,000 in cash within 14 days of just implementing a few different organic creatives across his channels that had more intent behind them, that were going to drive actual leads. Now, as you're hearing this information, you might be thinking like, why can't I just hire a VA? And the honest answer is, without an actual framework, you're simply just paying for content that looks good. There's no strategy behind it. It's not aligned with your offer, your positioning, your messaging, and there's no dedication there to long-term growth, to improving your funnel, your front end, your back end, everything like that. You might also be thinking, this kind of moves in stages. There's a roadmap to this. How long until I should start expecting results? And the answer to that question is that it depends on the situation that you're in as of now. But what I can say is, since we install the foundation first and we give you all the systems to start implementing right away, and we start posting higher level content that's actually aimed at your ICP right away, most clients see traction within the first month, especially if they already have a following on social media. Now, the question might be, is this just vanity content? The answer is no. Every single piece of content is built to build authority and create trust. And most important of all, generate leads, not likes on your post. So that's the trust content ecosystem. The system I've been building with my clients to consistently scale them past 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30K and up months. So if you're a coach or consultant selling some sort of info product, you want to see exactly how installing this into your business could look. Here's how it typically goes. At the first level, it's all about laying the foundation. This is typically for coaches doing 5K a month that are in the early stage operator mode. Now, how this works, this is a done with you way of going about things. I work with you one-on-one to install the trust content framework. This is dialing in your offer clarity. This is having the right messaging in place and setting up a baseline content system that actually builds trust and generates generates leads. And at the same time, you're walking away with building an understanding of how these principles and frameworks actually work, so you can continue to build on it with growing your brand and increasing your acquisition for as long as you're in business. Now, at the second level, we're implementing the engine side of content and acquisition. Who this is for is typically coaches doing anywhere from 10 to 30K a month who already have traction and likely don't have much time to be doing much stuff themselves. Now, the way this works is this is a done-for-you partnership. We run the trust content ecosystem for you, handling all the strategy, editing, distribution, optimization. You just show up to basically hit record or supply the raw footage, and we handle everything else. Now, of course, with this, your outcome to be expected is consistent inbound leads and a scaling pipeline, and of course, as well, a growing personal brand, which is going to be an asset to pay off tenfold for as long as you're using that personal brand in business once again. Now, at level 3, we have a partnership. This is typically with brands with potential to hit 50K months or more. And the way this works is this is a rev share growth partner way of going about things. We fully operate the trust content ecosystem inside your business, and we're incentivized on revenue growth. This looks a lot like level 2 with the engine, except we're trying to optimize everything. We're optimizing the front end, the back end, your funnel, your offer. We're doing everything that we can to optimize the heck out of your offer and your brand. And the outcome we're going for here is we see in the first place that, hey, this guy definitely has the potential to be crushing 50K months or more, and we're looking to scale you past the 50K month mark in a predictable fashion as quick as possible and just keep scaling up. And that's going to wrap up this video right here. I hope that you're able to walk away with some value of how to start implementing the trust content ecosystem into your own business, into your own brand, into your own offer, and start immediately reaping the rewards of taking your acquisition and your content seriously. And if you are a coach or consultant, once again, selling some sort of info product, and you want to see exactly how implementing a system like this into your custom business, brand, and offer would look exactly, I'll leave a link down below in the description of this video where you can book a call to speak directly with me one-on-one to apply to work with me and my team, see if we're a good fit, and learn more about your situation to see how we can even help in the first place. Okay, talk soon.